Imagine you're driving down the road, having a good time, and all of a sudden your gas light goes on. You try to find the nearest gas station and get there just to find out that they have no gas. You can't fill up your car, and you are now stranded. For years we have depended on fossil fuels to power our homes and our cars, etc. But if we don't switch to an alternative fuel source, we will eventually run out. I've done some extensive research on the topic, and I'm here today to present the information I gathered to you. Okay, so how many of y'all would want to be in a situation like this? Exactly, none of us. We may not actually encounter a situation like this, but we'll all be impacted when we run out of fossil fuels. After visualizing an experience that can occur if we were to run out of fossil fuels, let's talk about how serious the problem really is. Our fossil fuel consumption has been increasing dramatically over the years, and is only getting worse. We are bound to run out of fossil fuels sometime, but it will only come sooner if we stay at the rate we're going. According to www.ecocity.com, we're expected to run out of fossil fuels by the year 2088. So that means in all of our lifetimes, we are predicted to run out of fossil fuels. And I find that crazy. So if we don't want our future kids or grandkids living a life without power, we need to limit our fossil fuel usage. The problem may seem too hard to fix, but there is a solution. In order to slow down the depletion rate of our fossil fuels, we need to switch to using an alternative fuel source such as biofuels. Biofuels are fuels that derive directly from living matter like plant materials and animal waste. So instead of using the traditional fuel sources like gas, we will be using biofuels to power our cars. With the need of transportation increasing, the need for an alternative fuel source grows with it. According to www.iea.org, as one of the key technologies to reduce CO2 emissions and reduce dependency on liquid transport fuels, the report shows how global biofuel consumption can increase in a sustainable way, one in which production of biofuels brings significant life cycle environmental benefits and does not compromise food security. From 55 million tons of oil equivalent today to 750 in tow in 2050. This will mean that the global share of biofuel in total transport fuel will grow from 2% today to 27% in 2050. So we can see that the use of biofuels is expected to increase in the near future. With the increase in biofuels, the use of fossil fuels will also decrease. You may be sitting there thinking that if we were to partake in using biofuels, that it would be more expensive to fill our cars up instead of regular gas. But that is wrong. According to www.afdc.gov, the average national cost of biodiesel is $2.54 per gallon, while the average national cost of regular diesel is $2.46 per gallon. Just glancing at this, you would assume that it costs more, but judging by the fact that you can get 49 miles a gallon with biodiesel and only 41 miles a gallon with regular diesel, in the long run, biofuels are cheaper. Now let's imagine what the world will look like if we do and don't start using biofuels. Let's first look at the world if we do use biofuels. With the increase of biofuels, our world and air will become much cleaner. According to www.howstuffworks.com, E85 produces 39% less carbon dioxide than regular gasoline. E85 is a form of biofuels that we use today. And what this is saying is that if we use biofuels put off less carbon emissions and gas, in turn creating a cleaner environment than if we were to use fossil fuels. So we're looking at a cleaner and healthier world for future generations to come. Without the switch to biofuels, our world will change dramatically. According to www.epa.gov, since 1970, CO2 emissions have increased by about 90%, with emissions from fossil fuel combustion and industrial processing contributing about 78% of total greenhouse gas emissions increased from 1970 to 2005. These emissions can ultimately lead to the depletion of the ozone layer and then lead to global warming. So with the usage of fossil fuels, we'll be looking into a hot and dark future. We are either looking to a clean future of biofuels or a dirty and healthy one without them. So it is up to us to decide the outcome. We have seen that the only way to prevent the depletion rate rate of our fossil fuels is to switch to an alternative fuel source. We have visualized what our world will look like with and without the use of them. I encourage everyone to try and start pumping your cars or trucks with biofuels. I myself am going to try and use a cleaner fuel source. If we all strive to do this, we'll start a trend for everybody else to want to make our world